Today, the mission is fat loss. The four main things we need to know about fat loss: scale weight, water, trend, and adjustments, which results into finally what we get a fat loss. So, is scale weight equals to fat loss? What do you think? No. Scale weight directly does not represent fat loss. Your scale weight can be fluctuating on a daily basis, and that does not show fat loss. That actually shows the water content, water retention, carb intake, a bunch of other things, that you are doing throughout the day that it does not reflect fat loss right away. The few things that may happen: your fat may be decreasing, right? So does that show your scale weight completely decrease right away? First day, second day, third? No, it does not. As your fat goes down, our body has a mechanism. It's not weird, it's smart mechanism that the fat cells are preserved until we get fat back into it. So our body will preserve muscle, will preserve a lot of other things because it doesn't want to change rapidly. You have to give it time. So our fat cells stay the same. It'll fill in water, in those fat cells. When you have the pizza at the end of the day or at the end of the week, it's going to fill up those fat cells back with fat, and then you keep your fat even though you kind of decreased or you were making a change. So that's what happens with fat. Your fat goes down, your water retention goes up. So you retain more water in those fat cells because, again, you are reducing fat. So your food also has fat if you have a lot of calories. But if food is less calorie and less calorie dense, more fiber, more volume, then you will still hold on to more water. So your food holds on to more weight, which the carbs hold on to more water weight for the digestion process and the whole metabolism to work, so we get energy. And glycogen. Glycogen is depleted, and when fat is converted to energy, it's stored as glycogen, which holds more water again. So this is a whole thing where, because of all these things going up, fat loss does not seem immediate. And your muscle mass also goes up. So your scale weight does not directly represent fat loss right away. What do we do then? We're going on to water, which is the biggest thing, that is the most necessary thing for our fat loss, but also hides our weight loss. So our water will actually hide fat loss. When, again, circling back to here, when I said when you lose fat because you've been fasting, you've been doing more exercise, your diet has been tracked, and your calories are less than your calories out, your water will still hide your fat loss because, again, your fat cell gets rid of 70-80% of the fat within the cell. That 10% of fat that stays in the cell plus 90% water. Because your fat cell, your body will recognize that, hey, anytime this man, this girl might have, the diet back to how it was. So we'll try to keep it how it was. That's homeostasis. But now, after some time, you've lost your fat. Eventually, you will lose your water weight too because you've lost that fat cell. So your water weight also hides fat loss. The other thing is, water is not only held in fat cells, it's also held in carbs. So when I said we are having slow digesting carbs like oats, chia seeds, quinoa, uh, psyllium husk, and all these other things that are slow digesting, which hold a lot of water, right? So they're less calorie dense. It's good because it makes you feel full, feel more full, but at the same time it holds more water in your body. So it also holds more water. Fat cell also holds water. And the last thing is because we're now doing exercises and we're losing our weight a little bit, we need more salts or electrolytes. And electrolytes are salts which also hold in more water. So this hides our fat loss. Even though your body is reducing fat, because your carbs, your salts, your electrolytes, your fats are all tend to hold on to more water as you are losing fat. So what do? We look at the trend. We don't look at the day-to-day trend. We don't look at tomorrow or the day after or 3 days ago. We look at weekly trends and we compare week 1 to week 2 or week 1 to week 3 to week 5. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So week 1 we have 7 days, and let's say you measured your weight for 5 days or 7 days, most of the days for the week 1. So first day it was the highest. Second day you dropped. Third day you went back up. Fourth and fifth, and it's all over the place. You take an average all those 7 days, and that's what your weight for week 1 is. And let's put it as an estimate of 95 kilos. That's your week 1 weight. So your second week, your weight is here. Second week, you measure one of the days, it's higher than the previous week. Have you lost progress? No. You take the average of the 7 days, which will end up being somewhere here. And then week 3, the same thing. So week 1 was like this. Week 2 would be like 94.5. Okay, that is still progress. That's the average of week 2. Then week 3, you had 7 days. You had a day where you're heavier than the first week, but you find out the average, and the average is just slightly below week 2 at 94.3. And then week 4, all of a sudden you kept going to the gym, your step count has been high, your calorie has been low, you're eating all the fibers, your diet is perfect. Week 4, you see a major change. It drops to 93 kgs. And again, estimate of all 7 days, somewhere here, it's gonna be like that. And that's the line of best fit. So, our weight loss is not day to day. You don't see the weight today and then 5 days down the line, you're like, hey, why is my weight the same? Or why has my weight increased? Your morning weight represents your most accurate weight, because in the evening or the afternoon, you have had water and food and all that other things. It's still your morning weight is most accurate of that day, but still, your fifth day could be higher than your first day. But you should not feel bad because you might have built more muscle, which holds on to more water, and more muscle needs more glycogen, and it holds more water. Even though your fat is reduced, your weight might have increased, but your week to week trend is what matters most. That's what's important. We're gonna go to the fourth stage. You've done your you've done your scale weight, you know about your water, you know about the trend. But what if things are still not working, Your weight loss progress has come to a stop. You are staying at a normal weight. That's when we start adjusting. What do we adjust? Calories in should be less than calories out. So if we do a weight loss program for a really long time, your body is smart. It starts adjusting to that new calorie intake. So it will start reducing your required calories for the day. So as before you're requiring 2,700 calories, now you'll require only 2,500 calories. And if you were on a deficit of 2,400 or 2,500 calories, and with a 200 or 300 negative calorie deficit, your body adapts and now you're flatlining. So you wouldn't actually being making any fat loss progress. So what you do is reduce your calories a little bit more, uptake your fiber, uptake your fruits, uptake your what do you say, veggies. You know, usually your fruits you can mix it with yogurt, you can have your shake, you can mix it with some oats and psyllium husk. You can go to low calorie sauces. There's a lot of things you can do, and your calories out, increase your steps. So your calories out should be higher, your steps should be higher, your calories in should be less. So low calorie sauces, less calories. Basically less eats, you know. So you can eat more at the same time, it's lesser calories. So you're having a big bowl of salad with cucumbers and lettuce and cabbage, carrots, and you're mixing in a lot of fruits, and you need to make sure it's nutrient dense too, as much as you're getting your protein in. So this is pretty important. Your calories in should be less than your calories out. And this eventually, week in, week out, after 5 to 6 months, a whole year down the line, you get fat loss. You keep going. It might not be today, tomorrow, day after. It will definitely take months. And by the time you get here, that is the goal you've been looking for, and that's that. You adjust small, don't do crash diets, don't go and do 100,000 steps sprint, you know. Make sure you're doing low impact cardio. Low impact cardio, which means your impact is less on your body. Your joints don't suffer as much if you do high impact. Imagine you're on a treadmill. This is your treadmill setting. You put max incline. Your treadmill, you are on the same spot as you were before. This is a natural hill. You are here, you are here, you are here, you're on the treadmill, you're on the same spot. So what happens is, this is your foot, that's it. Your foot is in a very uncomfortable position. It's overflexed. Your calf is overflexed. Your tendons overflexed at the back, at the front. It's overcompressed. It's just not a natural way of walking for 2 hours, an hour straight. Put that treadmill flat. Walk comfortably. Make sure you got your YouTube video, your documentary, your podcast, something you like. Watch it. Low impact cardio is what wins at the end of the day, because you can do this 7 days a week without injuries, which will burn more calories. So if you do this where it burns like 200 calories versus you do this where it burns maybe 400, but you can only do it every 2 days, and so out of the week you do this for 3 days, you will still end up, obviously you don't burn double the calories. You burn like 300 here, you burn 200 here. You can only do this 3 days because you need time to recover. Over here, 200 times 7, you burn about 1400 calories, and over here 2 times 3, you burn 900 calories. So you burn more over here, so you burn more fats and you burn less fat here. Low impact cardio wins at the end of the day, and you have your fat loss. Make sure you keep it steady, keep it long term, and keep doing it every day. That's what matters, as long as these are the things. So follow the trend. Make sure you know water hides fat loss, and don't worry, your trend will speak more than your day-to-day weight. And that's pretty much it. Stay shredded.